Hi, my name is Sid. I'm an education consultant at Interlace Studies. In this video series, we are providing information to international students before they decide to study in Australian vocational institutions and universities. In this video, we are talking about what pathway you should be taking while you plan to study in Australia. Pathway means what institution you should select and how should you go about learning in Australia. Before that, students from all over the world can go to study in Australia in school, in like primary and secondary school. Students can go to Australia to study in vocational institutions where you learn these skills, or you can go to university like bachelor's, master's and PhD. So many international students don't really know what are the different pathways that you can take. Pathway means Australia is very happy to help any international students to study. It doesn't like say that you need to have this much of English, you need to have this much of like percentage or something before you go to Australian education institution. Rather, Australia is ready to help genuine students who really want to study and then develop their career. So in this career, this pathways means if you are not very good at English, Australia invites you to study like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months and even 1 year the English course before. Then you can go to like university or vocational institution. Also, Australian like education institutions also help you if you don't have like foundation to get into the degree that you really want to get into. They can help you to develop the foundation that you need to develop in order to get into that courses. Let's talk about the engineering. Many people know about engineering, that's why. So you are from a country where you don't have like good English, or you studied your whole like until your grade 12 in your own language, but you are really interested to get into Australian university because it is popular and it is one of the best in the world. Australia won't say that, oh you studied in your language, we can't admit you. Australia says, that's very good, you like our institutions, you want to get in, you are most welcome. But in Australian universities, we teach in English and we do so many things, and English is the main language in Australia, so you need to be good at English. It's not that to get into, rather to get benefit out of it. That's why Australian universities will say you need IELTS 6 or 7 or TOEFL or PTE or CAE, so many like English language testing systems. And if you don't have that one, you can go to Australia to study English for 1 year, let's say, then you can get into the universities. That is one pathway. And of course, you want to go to school, but you don't have like good English, your children for example, then of course you can learn English and then you can get into the school. And another thing is, many students like are confused whether they should take the vocational path or they should directly go to university. And that also probably confusing with many countries. They don't have like clear definition of what vocational institutions are and then what the difference between vocational and universities. So you can go to vocational institutions if you like to work immediately after your education and you don't want to spend much time in education institution. That is why you can go to vocational education system, and in diploma and advanced diploma you can it takes 2 years or sometimes 1.5 years and you can go to job market. But if you like to go to academia, for example, you like to know the theory and some detailed academic like interest, then you can go to university. And also Australian universities or education system is so flexible that they will say, why don't you try vocational for 1 year or something, or finish the vocational and then come to university to learn more academic path. So you have like, you can directly go to university, you can directly go to vocational institutions. If you don't have like enough foundation, you can study foundation and go to university or vocational. And even if you don't have good English, you can learn English and then you can move to vocational and universities or university. So if you are confused about like which pathway that we should take, or which like way I should be like going to get best out of from Australian education, then we are there to help you. We sit with you, we clearly explain you what there are several pathways that you can take and why that pathway is the way it is, and then we can sit together and develop the plan of your study in Australia. So you are welcome. Thank you.